Okay, so one of the things I get asked an awful lot, because I live in Maine and I've been to these locations many times, is where and how to get to where the actual Pet Cemetery filming location was. And it is right down this dirt access road. So this is the best way I explain it to people, is to basically pull into the Colonial Inn, and then you just go out behind it and you'll see this empty lot right here. I think it's like the Colonial Inn or the Magnuson Hotel or something, but there's a sign that says Colonial Inn, which I will show you. So that's the Colonial Inn right here. This is my truck. This is where I park, in this lot. And then you just kind of walk along this road, little dirt access road, which leads to a water tower, which you can see on my right. Now when you get to this fence, you basically just take a left and you walk in the woods just a little bit, and that's it. That's the spot where the Pet Cemetery was. You can actually see it right here. So this is it. You just walk right on the other side of this fence and you come in here, and wow, there's actually been quite a bit of damage here. So I've been here many times, but I wanted to come, I've been in like the summer months. I wanted to come in the fall really, but March will have to do. Just in hopes that maybe you could get a little bit better of an idea geographically. So this is, wow, this is kind of a shame. I apologize, it's a little dark. It's about 4 o'clock, so the sun is going down. But as you can see here, so this pole, it's like a telephone pole. There were 2 of them. There was one here, and also one over here, which it looks like has been, it looks like it's been taken, cut off. I think that was the other pole right there. You can see a little stump. And actually, yeah, that's the pole right there. So somebody actually cut it. Oh, I'm sorry, no, that's not the pole. This is the pole. But somebody actually cut it down. And I feel like there were 2 of these posts sticking out of the ground last time I was here. One there and one over here. Now that's what held up the deadfall. When they put the deadfall, they brought all that fill in, that's what held it up. Now if you walk a little further, oh good, we get a little bit of light. This right here is the exact location where they built the Pet Cemetery. And it's just this little circular area here. So they built all the graves and all of that stuff. And then the deadfall would have been, let's see here, right here. Basically where that meter box and the fence is. So you can see the pole to the left of my frame, that helped brace it up. So they laid it all across this path here. And so if you look, box right here, these were the rocks that Judd would have started his climb up the deadfall on. He stepped on that rock right in front of me, just on the other side of that tree. And he kind of stepped up. And they brought a lot of that fill in. And that's too bad. That tree that's laying sideways here, that was not down my last visit here. So that must have come down fairly recently. That's too bad. But this is the spot. And you know it's the spot because somebody has taken the time to pull some of the old wood that was laying around the ground here, which I can attest to the fact that there was some here at one time, because I came here back in 2011 and I actually got a piece of wood just like this that was actually nailed together like that too. It was a broken piece of wood, and I pulled it up out of the ground, under the growth. So it's nice that there's not as much growth as there was the last few times I've been here, so you can kind of see this a little better. These rocks, so you have this rock pile here, and then just on the other side of that rock pile, you can see, well, maybe right here, you can see the post. You see that post sticking up right here? So you have a rock pile on this side, and then you have a rock pile on this side. And this is the side where Judd started his climb. So you had the two rock piles and the two posts in the front, and they built the deadfall all along there, you know, just on the other side of these trees that have grown in here. Right in between these two piles of rocks, that was where the deadfall was. Now, if you turn around from the deadfall, just like that, this little area right over here would have been where they built the sign. Actually, let me get you a better angle. Right here. This is where they would have built the sign and the little archway or whatever that they walk under to go into the pet cemetery. So you actually enter the pet cemetery from this angle, this direction, and you come in to this whole circular area here. And this is where they built it. The fact that this is clear and open makes sense because they could have gotten a camera crew there to film the scene and all that instead of being in all this thick brush. So let me see if I can get a better angle here. So this is it. This is the location of the pet cemetery. So I don't know who did this. Obviously another fan, but this is fucking cool. I love this. Somebody put this together to mark the spot, kind of commemorate the whole area so that people would know they're in the right spot. Given the way weather is in Maine, I'm not really sure how long this is going to last here, but you got to admit, that's pretty badass. So if you ever come here, whenever you see that, you're going to know this is the place.
walked over with the steamboats, ancient goblins and wallows come at the grand line making a sound. The smell of death is all around, and at night when the cold wind blows, no one cares, nobody knows. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Fall addicted to the sacred place.